God bless. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out on a dreary, early November morning. And you know what? It's going to match my dreary remarks. I mean that. Thanks to Americans for Prosperity, a great, great group here in Illinois, in the lost land of Illinois. I have a radio show. Did you know that? Here's the deal. Before I get started, and I'm not going to speak that long. It's early. I know it's early. And I don't know why they asked me to speak in the morning. Because I'm not going to be very reserved. I got a call last night during our radio town hall from a woman named Grace in Milwaukee. And Grace asked me, very respectfully, I didn't read the entire question on air. She said, "Joe, you drive me batty, but I listen to you every night." Why, she asked, her question was, why are you so pessimistic about where we are as a country and where we're heading? Don't be pessimistic. Sincerely, Grace from Milwaukee. And I gave a short answer, and the answer was, I'm pessimistic because, call me crazy, because I believe, as I think everybody in this room believes, in a country that we were given that revolved around a really simple principle. And every time I say this, it never gets old. A gosh darn country founded upon a simple principle that you're free. This thing called government stays out of your hair, and you're responsible for your own life. Go do well. The really cool thing about American history is that's what they gave us. It was nothing more complicated than that. Jefferson, Madison, and Adams, that's what they gave us. And I'm pessimistic. Oh, am I pessimistic? That's hard for an Irish kid to be. I'm pessimistic because we're a million miles away from that country. I looked at what I talked about the last 2 nights on the radio show. Obamacare. We can laugh about a website. We can shake our heads and laugh about what a disaster Obamacare is, but it's here. It's here. And then, the story last night, again, where I stand, where I sit, each and every example I'm going to give you is every bit as indicative of where we are as a country. You've got some cockamamie school district in New Jersey that banned religious music during the Christmas season. You think about that. Think about that. Some idiotic superintendent said, we're done with religious music during Christmas. Where are we as a free country? You have our U.S. military that uses a training manual to teach our men and women in the troops, to teach our troops that white Christian men are to be feared. That Tea Party groups are hate groups. Our troops are being taught stuff like this in a free country. You have the White House comically, this week, trying to celebrate that this year alone, we're only going to have a $681 billion deficit. Only. As if that's a good thing. Forgetting the fact that the Tea Party movement arose with George W. Bush. When George W. Bush handed us yearly $400 to $500 billion deficits. And that's to be celebrated. You have the IRS. Don't ever forget about what the IRS has done. The IRS used the machinery of government to target and harass Americans of a certain political belief. Why? to keep you and them from voting and participating in this last election. Why? To help get Barack Obama elected. If that isn't beyond scandalous, nothing is. And that happened. And no one's been held accountable yet. That in a free country? 1 in 4 people in Illinois right now is on Medicaid. 1 in 4. You know Medicaid, right? Can you remember Medicaid? The program set up to be the health care program for the indigent. Oh my, how we've grown from that. 1 in 4. And if we don't get rid of Obamacare, it'll be 1 in 2 in about 5 years. In a free country. 2 more final examples. Went after Hallmark last night. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. I can't sing, but Hallmark put out an ornament. And they changed the wording of the ornament. Instead of, don we now our gay apparel, they changed it to, don we now our fun apparel. They rewrote a 150-year-old Christmas carol so as not to offend people who might not understand the meaning of the word gay 150 years ago in this free country. And finally, I give you this one. America, land of the brave, home and free. This was always the place that people came to be free, because they had a great idea. They wanted to start a great business. This is where risk takers always came. Dreamers always came here. The entrepreneurial rate, that statistic we use, that measures the percentage of people beginning new businesses in this country. That's the lifeblood of this country. It's the lowest it's been in 40 years. So all these great, ingenious Americans who sit in their basement and they've got it, this is going to change the world. I'm going to raise some money, I'm going to take this thing out there, and I'm going to turn this into a business, and I'm going to hire people, and away we go. That's how America became America. Right now, that's not happening in America. So yes, Grace from Milwaukee. My God, I'm pessimistic. And you know what? We have to be pessimistic. Pessimistic drives us toward anger. And we have to be angry, because we will not move unless we're driven to move, and anger moves us. Because, my friends, everybody in this room who generally believes in the same thing, we're losing right now. I may never be able to run for office again, because I just can't put any sort of sunny spin on it. We're losing. If you truly believe in a free country, I wanted to throw something at Michael Medved yesterday. I wanted to throw something at Michael Medved yesterday. A caller called up yesterday to the Medved show and sort of said what I'm saying. Mr. Medved, I'm worried. I feel like I don't live in a free country anymore. And he wanted to take this caller's head off. Oh, it's still the freest country in the world. We're fine. Everything's good. Boy, if you take that attitude, you're not going to do anything. Grace from Milwaukee, I'm pessimistic because I spent 2 years in Washington and I saw up close that the other side, that just honestly doesn't believe in the America we believe in, they really don't. Democrats, they don't, and too many Republicans, they don't. They truly don't. But the one thing they've got that we don't have, scary. They know we're at war. Oh my God, I was probably the poorest member of Congress. I think I was. I'd be the wealthiest member of Congress if I had $1 for every time a Democratic member of Congress told me privately exactly what they're doing. They know what their goal is, and they are at war. Their mission every single day of every single week is to put one more person or one more group of people dependent upon government. That's their goal, and they're very good about it. And they acknowledge it privately, and sometimes they say it publicly. You see, you better respect that. They're at war. They believe in a different America, and they're trying to take it away. And they're winning. Our side does not believe yet we're at war. Let me just give you one simple, quick example. Obamacare. If I were king of the Republican Party right now, what a scary thought that is. When it comes to Obamacare, if John Boehner asked me for my advice, if any Republican asked me for my advice would be simple. When it comes to Obamacare, don't lift a finger. Don't fix it. Don't revise it. Don't delay any part of it. Leave it alone. The Democrats own it. The Democrats pushed it down our throat. The American people asked for it. Don't touch it, Marco Rubio. Don't touch it. And I know this goes against a lot of what the Republicans want to do. Let's delay the individual mandate by a year. Let's extend the enrollment period. Let's try to fix it and make it better. Why? My belief is Obamacare will be the final nail in the coffin of this country. The quicker, the faster we're done with it, period, the better. So if that's my premise, if that's your premise, why would you do anything as a party to help extend its lifespan? No. We're at war. We need to think long term. If Obamacare stays in this country in any manifestation, we're sunk. So it needs to die a fast death. And the Republican Party needs to, again, if they believe we're at war, needs to say to the American people, hey, this is going to be a tough one, folks. It's a real bad law. I'm not going to do anything to make it better, because even its very existence is bad. The Democrats shoved this down our throats without any of our votes. They own it. They're on the Titanic. Don't provide a lifeline. That's tough medicine. It's tough medicine for the American people. Oh, come on, Joe, just delay that individual mandate by a year. No. That will help keep Obamacare here. They passed the law. If it's so good, come on, America, here we come. Sign up by March, and if you don't, here comes the IRS. Pay a fine, and if you don't, go to jail. This is what the law says. Why change that? But if the Republican Party truly believes we're at war, that's what they'll do. But they probably won't, because the Republican Party will get on the Titanic with the Democrats and try to make this law better. Let me close with this. Look at me. How do I look? Look at me. I'm a Republican. I ran for office as a Republican. I won one. I lost one. I served in Congress as a Republican. So I say what I'm about to say as a Republican. Hear me, Republican Party. You've got about this much time. Woo! You've got about this much time to be my voice. I don't know about you. But see, there is an unrest in this country. My God, there are people in this country, there are people in this room who believe in freedom. Gosh darn it, government, stay out of my hair. Who believe in limited government, not a government that takes over our healthcare system, and who believe in individual responsibility. And these people, Tea Party movement, these people want a voice. Young, old, rich, middle class, white, black, and brown, we want a voice. And if the Republican Party will not be our voice, Republican Party, we're about this far from having something else come along. Say it, Joe. A third party, something else come along that will be our voice. You see, when I got elected in 2010, I told Speaker Boehner directly, very respectfully, Mr. Speaker, this movement that sent me to Washington, crazy guys like me, you know what, Mr. Speaker, they've put their faith in the Republican Party, one last time to try to get this right. Mr. Speaker, if you don't listen to them, Republicans are gone. Something else is coming. You need to believe that. And young, middle-aged, or older, you need to be prepared to walk that road. Because if the Republican Party doesn't truly believe that freedom-loving Americans are prepared to start a freedom-loving movement and party, the Republican Party will not change. Our job is simple. Come out of the closet with me right now. Come out of that closet with me right now. Go home later today and say, gosh darn it, I'm a freedom fighter. I'm no longer just a Republican. I'm a freedom fighter, and I'm not supporting anybody just because they have an R behind their name. Those days are done! Those days are done! I get so tired because I could say this every night on the radio. Folks, the battle in this country is no longer Republican versus Democrat. It's not. We're too broke financially and morally as a country. No, it's between people who believe in big government and people who believe in freedom. My God, that's the battle now. Now, here's our problem. Every Democrat is over here. Most Republicans are over here because they're scared, confused, and they just want to get reelected. We need all Republicans to be over here. And so unless we come out of the closet and say, my God, I believe in freedom, you who are running for county board or state rep or Congress, let me ask you something. Do you truly believe in freedom? Let me ask you something. And go right down the line. And if they don't believe in freedom, these Republicans will not have our vote. The only way we succeed is to change the party. And we're giving them a little bit of time. And if they don't change, something else is coming. Final point. And this is why I go to bed with a headache every night. If you buy what I'm saying, and it's hard, it makes me cry every now and then. Because I know we're a long way away from changing this. Seriously? Again, to get back to what Jefferson, Madison, and Adams gave us, a simple deal. You make some money, that's yours. Keep it. The government's not going to take it. Go live your life, be free, raise your family, do well, pray to your God, and I'll keep government out of your hair. My God, that was America. To get us back there, and by the way, that's the only place I'm heading. That should be the only place we're trying to head, Republican, Democrat, white, black, brown. But to want to go back there, and I'd love to say that to the media. Damn right I want to go back. Yes, I want to go back to what we were given. But to get back there, you got to be prepared. We got to be prepared to possibly be in the wilderness for a while. And that's fine. Because I can't see everybody in this room. I'm going to guess you're not all 9 and 10 and 11 years old. I believe we're all long gone before and if we ever win this fight. You're not, come on. We're not doing it for us. No. We're doing it for our kids and our grandkids and our great-grandkids because truly it's taken us 124 years, give or take a few, to get into this mess. It's not going to happen once we're done with Obama. It won't happen if we have to live with Hillary. We're a long, long way away. Be prepared. So, yes, Grace from Milwaukee. I believe in a free America. And right now I'm pessimistic because I see the Republican Party, and the Republican Party is not yet my voice, and that's wrong. And I see the American people, and I know this may never get me elected again, but we live in a country where too many Americans are stupid, they're uninformed, they're disengaged, they know more about Dancing with the Stars than they do who Thomas Jefferson was. Hates it when I say this. Call me crazy. But we have a long way to go. I'm pessimistic. And it's my pessimism that gets me angry. And it's my anger that gets me moving. Please, be a freedom fighter with me. Be angry with me. Don't be afraid of the anger. Our side, God bless our side. We're right. We know we're right. But our side will not win unless we get angry and get moving. God bless you. Thank you.